watching Fox 28. Good Day Columbus starts now.
7:45, welcome back. Protecting your hard-earned money this morning, maybe your life savings. Take a look at these surprising numbers. In the past month and a half, the last month and a half, 6 people have been convicted right here in Ohio of investment fraud. They were sentenced to 40 years in prison. And the total loss to innocent investors in excess of $60 million. Attorney David Meyer, our regular guest, specializes in investment fraud. Great to see you, David.
Thank you.
You're working 2 of these local cases. They all had disastrous results. There are lessons to be learned from both of these for all of us.
Right.
Let's talk about the first case where one woman is out $1 million. How did that happen to her?
Well, one of the red flags to watch out for is to avoid investing in an investment that's too complex, and this is a good example.
Okay.
This woman thought she was buying a life insurance policy for probate and for business reasons. She invested $1 million in a policy. It's a life insurance policy, but it's a variable universal life policy, so it combines investments in life insurance. She didn't understand that, so she puts $1 million into this policy, and given the market in the last couple of years, she's lost all of it. So she's out $1 million in an investment that she thought was a life insurance policy.
So how do you avoid this pitfall here, and who did she get this policy from?
Well, good. One of the lessons to learn is do the research. If an investment's too complex, then ask somebody. Don't invest in something you don't understand. As a society, we spend more time researching cars before we spend $20,000 on a car compared to giving your life savings to somebody. So do the research.
Okay.
Call the Ohio Division of Securities. It's a toll-free number. You can call them. They can tell you, is the person that you're about to invest with licensed? What are they licensed to sell? In what states are they licensed? And have there been any complaints filed? Okay,
well, now this has happened to her. She's lost all of her money. Can she get any of it back through you? What are her legal options?
There's a legal process to recover those losses. So we file a lawsuit against the financial institution that sold her this product and try to recover the losses.
But you may not get it all back.
We may not get it all back. We've got to win the lawsuit.
All right, so that was one case where this woman lost $1 million. The next victim, this is really a heartbreaking story. She's a disabled woman. She's on a fixed income, as so many of our viewers are, and people here at Central Ohio. What happened to her?
This is a case of abuse of trust. She had an existing policy from a financial institution, and then this person comes to her house, and she has built the trust with him because she bought a prior product.
Okay.
And then this person went rogue and sold something that wasn't approved by the financial institution, sold her an unlicensed security, and he wasn't licensed to sell them. So had that person done a research check before she invested in this money, that might not have happened.
What's the status of this particular case?
It's also pending against the financial institution to recover the losses.
So 2 very different scenarios here. One, the investor didn't fully understand what she was doing with her money, and she put it into this variable universal life, lost her money, but was sold by a legitimate place. The next time, we got a guy who's not licensed to sell these to her at all.
But he does work for a financial institution, so there is an opportunity to recover those losses.
Okay.
But the second case, she was sold what she thought was guaranteed investments, and that's something that people need to understand, that there's no such thing as a guaranteed investment. If you're promised something over 3 or 4%, it's not guaranteed. That's a red flag that you need to do your research.
Okay, great. And that number again to call, and who do we ask?
Well, it's the Ohio Division of Securities. You can go online. They have an investor hotline, and just ask, you just call the toll-free number and ask that you want to get a report on a broker, and they'll walk you right through it.
Great information for us, as always. David Meyer, working with these 2 victims of apparent fraud. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Great advice. Lisa.